I thought I'd do a little haul from Comic-Con and also explain what happened to the end of the third video, because you may have noticed it was quite abrupt. So after that point my phone started to run out of power and I got to Stansted Airport. I went to security with my ticket, only to realise at security that my ticket wouldn't be accepted. I went to the security guard and she went, "Your ticket's for tomorrow." Yeah. Now I didn't book these tickets, my mum did as a birthday present. And so to say I was annoyed is an understatement. I was raging. I was so angry. I went to the nearest payphone, and because it was a Sunday, my parents don't really like answering the phone on a Sunday. They run a business from home and usually it's just customers. So my dad answers. I just say, like, she's bought the ticket for the wrong day. And I could hear her go, like, turn around to my mum, offering her the phone, and her going in the background like, "I don't answer." And he's like, no, you'll take this one. And I told her what happened, and I had to go to the desk, get a new ticket. I tried to charge my phone. Like, I went up to a stranger and asked them for, like, because I had the cable but I didn't have the end bit, I don't know what it's called, the plug. And then I had to stick the plug in a socket next to the revolving doors, so I was just sitting in a doorway trying to charge my phone up, trying to call my mum to be like, which ticket should I buy, where should I go, what should I do, oh god. And then I get through the airport as quickly as possible. Like, they call up to try and make sure that I'm not late for my plane so I don't miss it. And I get to my place and there's like a whole bunch of people and a massive queue. I sit in the queue for a period of time, and it turns out it's not the queue for Edinburgh, it's the queue for Dublin. Even though they've like overlapped and like one's inside the other and I was the one on the outside. So I finally worked my way into the queue for Edinburgh, and I'm sitting there for a couple hours waiting for my flight. And so by the time I get home it's a lot later than I thought I was going to be home at. I know I have class the next morning, I'm tired, I just want to get home, get to the airport car park where I was supposed to meet my parents. I try calling them, my phone's like on 1%, I managed to get through and then it switches off. I tried that 2 more times, it still doesn't work. And so I'm sitting there for ages waiting for them. And I just don't know where they are. I'm sitting in a cold car park really late at night and I just freak out. I'm so upset. I'm like, where are they? Have they forgotten about me? Like, are they even coming? Like, I know the flight was late but I haven't been able to tell them. Surely they're keeping track of my flight. All these things. This girl turns around to me and is like, "Oh, do you want to call them on my phone?" And I'm like, "I can't, I don't know their mobile numbers." And the cincher there, like, tells you a lot about 21st century. Because I can't even call my parents, because I don't know their numbers, because I'm so reliant on the fact that my phone has their numbers at all times. So they finally get to where we're supposed to meet, and it turns out the car had broke down, to the point my dad had started walking to the airport to come meet me. And so I get home, I watch like my TV show, and I go to sleep. I completely miss class the next morning. Like, I make it to the afternoon class, but I was not getting to that morning class. So that's why you didn't have the last part of that. Like, my phone was just dead, it was not happening. So onto what I bought. Now, a mixture of this is what I got at Comic-Con, and then I've got a couple of things because I went to Oxford Street on the final day, though I only really bought anything from Lush, so that's all you'll really see. So I think we'll start off with, I have been following this illustrator on Facebook for quite a while. She illustrated the Rick and Morty comics. She's just really funny, down to earth comics. I just loved her. And her name's Sarah Grayley, so I bought her book. I actually got to meet her at the con. It was great. Like, she signed it for me and it's just so cute. Like, it's all shiny and I was so happy. And it's just filled with stories about her and her boyfriend and just their relationship together. It's just so lovely. It's like a romance, but a real life romance. That's the two of them together in the back. And so I was so pleased to get this. And while I was there, I felt like the book wasn't enough, so I also got her patch, which I'm gonna sew onto my denim jacket when I have a chance. I wanted to keep it off so I could show you guys. I started reading this as soon as I got it, and I read through the whole thing within a space of an hour, and then read it again while waiting for the plane. And it just made me laugh out loud, like properly laugh. I just love it. Read this, get this. It's so cute. People kept walking about the con with these like boxes. The first one I saw was in the shape of a TARDIS, and like I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, so I had to get it. And so I found the stall, and they had like the massive TARDIS boxes. They had one that was shaped like a question block for Mario. They had one that was shaped as a companion cube, I think, from Portal, and they also had one that was a Pokeball. And so they were like £30, but apparently the items inside were worth more than that. So I got the like Doctor Who one was £80. I wasn't buying that even though it was all Doctor Who themed items. I thought I'd take a chance, and all I knew was they were all items from pop culture, and I was so pleased with it because it was all items I loved. I was so lucky to actually get stuff I liked. The first thing I got in it I can't show you because I gave it to my flatmate, and it's a set of like fake tattoos from Shadowhunters or the Mortal Instruments. I know it as the Mortal Instruments because I read the books. I read the Infernal Devices first, then the Mortal Instruments, and I was introduced to the Mortal Instruments by another friend. And my flatmate just loves it, so I had to give it to her. I was not going to hold on to that for myself. Next thing I got was quite a lot of Star Wars things actually. So I got this mug, and it says Han shot first. And if you don't know what that's referring to, it's referred to the debate about whether Han Solo shot the other guy at the bar, or because like if he shot first it means he's a murderer, but if he didn't then it was in defence. I don't know why it's such a big deal, but I thought it was quite cool. I probably will give this to my dad because he's a massive Star Wars fan. Like, that's the only reason I've seen all the movies, is because my dad just loves them. Like, so passionate. We even gave him like a lightsaber at one point. So I just, like, my ringtone for him is the Cantina tune from Star Wars. I also got this Stormtrooper. He talks, he says different phrases.
Put down your weapons.
I just think he's so cute. And, I mean, I'm keeping this because I love it. And also the dog really loves the sound of it, and I feel like if I leave it with my parents the dog will eat it. And he's too cute for that, so I'm keeping him. Next thing I got was something really weird, but like I find bloody hilarious. I'm not a Batman fan. I've never really liked DC. If you know me, I'm a Marvel fangirl. I can't help it. Ever since I watched the first Avengers movie, like most people, I just fell in love. So I got these socks, and they have a cape, and when you run the cape flies behind you, and it's just the funniest thing. They're knee-high socks. They're just ridiculous. I've worn them once already on the flight and I got so many weird looks. It's just great. So even though I'm not a Batman fan, I am going to keep these and wear them all the time. because I love them. I love a cape. I love weird gimmicky things. That's why I'm currently wearing like a teapot and a teacup as earrings, you know. Just like things a bit weird. Don't know. Oh, yes. My favourite item of the box. I have recently really got into Fallout ever since the 4th game came out. I was introduced to it by a previous boyfriend. He loved it, and I loved watching him play it. I loved the stories, I loved the music, like really loved the music. I've got a Spotify playlist dedicated to music for Fallout. And so when I got this, I was so pleased. I collect pop figures, and so this is my second miniature one. The other one I've got is of David Tennant as the 10th Doctor. Is it 10th Doctor? Anyway, I've got David Tennant's Doctor Who. And so this is a little power armor. It's just so nice. And I'm so happy with it. And I couldn't have got anything better. And the last thing from that box was just this plush. It's called an Ugly Doll. And it's supposed to look like a member of Kiss. I've never listened to Kiss. I don't really care. But I thought he was cute anyway. He is the Star Child. So, he's a keyring. I'll probably attach it to one of my mini bags. I've got a lot of bizarre keyrings on my bag. So after that, I bought a t-shirt. I don't know where it is. I can't show you it, but it was from this stall that had all this anime merch. I think I've got their like little thing. It's like a little leaflet of some of their t-shirts they do. This one was the one I almost bought. This was my favourite. It made me laugh so hard. But then I thought people might not look upon me so kindly if I wore a t-shirt saying hentai on it. So the one I bought said, "In reality, senpai notices everything." And I have a friend called Ross, and me and him always quote "notice me senpai," so I thought he would find that as funny as I did. But I don't know where it is. I think I've left it at my parents' house. On top of that, I've always loved David and Goliath, and they had a stall dedicated to David and Goliath. So I bought a hoodie from there, and it's glow in the dark, and I've been wearing it to class all the time. As you can see, it says "not a morning person," and nothing has ever described me so accurately. I do not deal well with mornings. I've only just started drinking coffee, so I can adapt. It's really bad, so I just had to buy it. It was only about like £20. I thought, why not? I love a new hoodie. I love the fluffiness of a new hoodie. I just love hoodies. I probably have too many. When I told my mum, she was like, "Not another one." So I'm just always buying hoodies. I do athletics, I need hoodies. I go out, it's cold, I live in Scotland. So I also got another Lucky Dip bag, and this one was like cute soft toys, and I mean I really got it because the stall was selling Picasso things, and I should have just bought a real big Picasso llama, but instead I got this goodie bag because I thought this would be a better deal. So I got a little llama, and he's so cute, and he's happy, and he's got little blush on his cheeks, and he's yellow, and I just love him. He is my new best friend. The others I am not as happy with, but this I love. So I got two bunnies. I don't know, they're from a Japanese brand, and I can't really understand what that says since I haven't really studied it very much. But I have two. They are very adorable and very fluffy. I have a little beanie cat, and he's a phone charm, and he's filled with he's like a beanie baby. And I have a chubby hamster eating a donut, which reminds me of Hina from Danganronpa. So that is everything I bought from Comic-Con. I'll just show you the few things I bought from Lush, but it's not much. I bought the new Snow Fairy shower gel, which I had to get a tiny bottle so I could take it on the plane. I've started using that, so I didn't bring it with me. So I bought a few bath bombs. Got this one, which is Starry Night, I think. It smells really fresh and it's really nice. I just love the idea of having like a starry night in the bath. I love stars. I love the midnight sky. So I wanted to give that a try. Oh, I'm getting glitter all over my bed. I've got this orange one that looks like an orange. It smells like oranges. My favourite scent is oranges, so I had to buy it, of course. I think the final one I got was the Experimenter. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want to take it out because I'm already getting glitter and dust all over my bed, so it's going to be a nightmare to clean. That was all I bought. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.